Hello, Easy Nation. Welcome to our special monthly show called the Movie Recap Show, where it's a working title. So this month it's the January movie recap. I'm DarthEasy. Drink fish water.
This is Everything Animepunk right here.
All right, so I'm gonna break the show down right now. So each we have 5 segments of the show. The first segment is called Best and Worst, where we'll talk about the movies of 2016 in January. We'll say what's our favorite movie of the month, and then we'll talk about our worst movie of the month. Our second segment of the show is called Movie Trailers. We'll talk about some of the movie trailers that came out that month. Pretty straightforward. Our third segment is called Movie Stories. We'll usually try to do 4 or 5 movie stories, the big ones that really came out during the month. The fourth segment, we will do a classic movie review. Each month, one of us will choose a movie for us both to rewatch, even though he didn't watch the movie he picked. We'll talk about that in a few. I'll get to pick the movie next month, and that makes me get to make him suffer a little. And then we'll end our video. We're talking about upcoming movies in the month of February. So hope you enjoyed this video. So let's start off with best and worst of January. Now, before Animepunk talks, whatever movie I will link, I will put annotation like right here somewhere, and it will allow you to go to his video and my video at the same time. So there you go. So, but if you're watching this live, which probably no one is, you'll be able. You can do it after the show is over with. So, Animepunk, what was your favorite movie of January?
Well, it was easily Kung Fu Panda 3. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. I mean, the animation, I like the story. I love Poe. He's just hilarious. I know this was probably your favorite too, but I just really like the Kung Fu Panda franchise. I think it's DreamWorks' second best animated franchise, just behind How to Train Your Dragon, really. And it felt like they tied it up in this one, and this may be the end of it, but who knows?
It depends how much money it makes. So, and I mean, they're making a Toy Story 4, so you can't really underestimate an animated movie juggernaut.
I just feel like Poe is so powerful now. It's like who can beat Poe now? He's just he's like a god almost. It's power. He's so powerful.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So if they do, I really liked the movie too because I liked how it pandered toward adults. Because the biggest sin an animated movie can do is just have a movie for kids. Like if you pander to adults, the themes about Bryan Cranston, the dad of Poe, not wanting Poe to risk his life. He just wanted to protect him because he already lost it. That was a really cool message you see, and you really see Poe becoming who he was really meant to be. And I thought this was the best movie of the trilogy. So
I do too.
I like how it connected back to the first movie. I thought the second movie, looking back on it, it didn't really connect itself with the first movie that well. It felt like a standalone movie. It kind of felt like The Dark Knight Rises in a good sense, since because The Dark Knight Rises it connected more with Batman Begins, but also connected Dark Knight, where Dark Knight just stood alone. So
I feel like they gradually got better.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's our best movie. If make sure you click that link to watch both our reviews of Kung Fu Panda 3. Now the worst movie. There were some movies, I'll talk about some other good movies that came out in January. The only other movie I could think of really is 13 Hours. This movie kind of blew me away. It was Michael Bay. I hate Michael Bay, and this movie just blew me away about how much I liked it.
Yep, I liked it a lot too. Maybe the only other one for me besides that one, The Finest Hours, I gave a 3.5 out of 5. I
Yeah,
like
I haven't posted. Yeah, I haven't posted my review yet, but I'll probably post it today or tomorrow. But I really liked it too. The only thing I didn't like about it was if you take the girl out of the movie, I think you got a really good movie out of it.
I just feel like spend more time on the out in the ocean, less
Yeah.
back on the coast with her.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was good. It's just I
It
didn't
was
really
just
see
a
how much
unneeded.
going
It was
on.
just an unneeded distraction.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
All right, worst movie. Take it away.
Mine is The Forest. God, I hated this movie. I don't like horror movies, but every once in a while I'll like one. I thought this might have a chance of being it, but besides looking pretty, that's really all. I didn't like it at all. I didn't think anybody was good in it. Thought the story was stupid, and there was a lot of shaky cam. I just there was nothing really that great about that movie, and for me, it was the worst.
Yeah, I did. I gave the two movies I gave a D plus to. I liked The Force a little more just because the premise was interesting, and Natalie Dormer was hot. So, and this movie, the movie I picked for my worst. But here's some other movies I didn't really like. The Fifth Way was, it was okay. It was just, it's just, I'm sick of these teen movies. And the first 40 minutes of this movie was really, it was actually pretty good. And then it just went.
Well, that's
So,
disappointing about the Fifth Wave. I kind I thought it was average, but it's not even going to make its budget back. So it's going to go
yeah.
the way
Well,
of.
actually, I've heard it's more successful over in
Well,
foreign
I hope
box
so
office.
because yeah, it feels like it's going the way of the number four, and we're probably not going to get any more movies. And I feel like
I just felt when you introduced the love interest of that Chloe Grace Moretz, it went downhill so quickly. And then you had the army guy kind of ruined the movie. I don't know. The first 40 minutes, I was like, this is pretty good. I'm actually kind of liking this. And then I was like, oh my god, it's just not good at all. But my worst movie is Dirty Grandpa. I hate it. I hate. There's some parts I liked. I thought De Niro was fine. And then Zac Efron, he's just gotta give himself a better agent. I know he's I know he's a talented actor. He needs to get the Jai Courtney agent because that guy is like the greatest agent in the world. So
I didn't hate Dirty Grandpa. Like my review's uploading right now. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
yeah,
Um, I found myself. I mean, it's very predictable. This like within the first 5 minutes, you're like, okay, this is It's a road trip movie. He saw, his wife is evil, all this, but or his fiance. But I don't know. I thought it was funny. It's really vulgar, and so I could see some people not liking it because of that. Uh, but and there are some scenes where it's kind of just like, okay, this is stupid. But overall, I thought it was all right.
yeah. Just for me, a comedy. The cardinal rule of a comedy is it needs to be funny. And if I don't laugh in a movie, yeah, I was just like, huh? And there was like people right next to me that was laughing really hard. I was just like, I don't get it. But so that's our best and worst movies of January. As I said, you can click the annotations or left or right, whatever way I choose to do it. So and now it's time to move on to best movie trailers of the month. So first off, we're going to talk about 10 Cloverfield Lane. So Animepunk, what did you think about this trailer?
I thought it was pretty interesting. I liked the original Cloverfield, um, and I'm interested to see what this movie's about. I hope the whole movie doesn't take place in that bunker, or it's going to be pretty disappointing. But if that,
I don't think it is. I think it was an announcement trailer, and I was like, they're making her a Cloverfield movie. That's cool. And then you find out coming out of Mars. I was like, what?
Cloverfield came out in like 2008, didn't it?
I thought it was like 2004, but 2006.
Yeah, it was in my top movies of 2008. It was my
Oh,
top in my top 10. I do a quick search on my blog.
so that's funny. Anyways, yeah, I found the trailer looked really interesting. I think that's probably the like first 20 or 30 minutes of the movie. So,
I hope so. But yeah, I'm
so
definitely.
I'm curious of what they're really going to do with Cloverfield. I guess 2 or 10 Cloverfield Lane. just an interesting idea because first Cloverfield is like one of the first like found footage movies I've actually really liked. So
I was about to say I need to go back and rewatch this movie because in 2008 I gave it a 5 out of 5. That's what I'm looking at right now. Probably
I don't think I liked it that much,
yeah.
but I thought it was really cool, and then I just really liked it. So we'll see how that goes. Our next movie is The Free State of Jones. So, what'd you think about it?
I love me some Matthew favorite actors, and this looked really cool. I don't really know anything about. Is this based on a real story? Isn't it?
I think so. I've never heard this story before in my life. I do know there was a I've learned this from Pawn Stars randomly, but there was a Union troops that were stationed in Louisiana after Louisiana was liberated from the South, but that doesn't look what this is about. So
Hmm.
I have no idea. So, but that was mostly a black, like Union troops. So, but I guess we'll find out. It looks really interesting. So,
Yep. We don't get a whole lot of movies set in that time period, and
I'm not the biggest fan of the Civil War. I think it's probably one of the more overrated wars in history, just because. I mean, if you look at it, the South only attacked twice, and they're well 3 times technically, but I don't know. It's just not the most. It's not World War II or the Revolutionary War or anything like that.
I'm definitely interested. Looks cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. So our next trailer is Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising. So, what do you think?
Oh my gosh. I definitely have a thing for Selena Gomez. So when we opened the trailer with Selena Gomez in a sorority, yeah, you got my attention immediately. I love the first Neighbors, so it was kind of a surprise hit for me. And this trailer was hilarious. I mean, there was a lot of good jokes. I think this might be, this will be comedy of the year material probably.
Yeah, most likely. So, and it's so fresh off from the last Neighbors movie because most some comedies they have a sequel like so many years after, like Zoolander 2, and then Neighbors 2. They're still people are like they're really making another Zoolander, but Neighbors are like, oh yeah, I remember that movie. So it's hitting iron when it's hot. So I
Chloe
think this
Grace
movie
Moretz,
really do what.
Chloe Grace Moretz, maybe
I
you're
don't know. I'm
a
not
little
that
better.
big on Chloe Grace Moretz. She hasn't proven herself as an actor other than her portrayal as Hit Girl. I mean, what else has she done? She was in Fifth Way, which she was okay in that, I guess. If I Stay, nah.
She was
Carrie,
in Equalizer.
yeah, but she was barely in that though, wasn't she?
Yeah, yeah, she was barely in it.
So that's more a glorified cameo. So, but this movie looks really funny, and bringing back Zac Efron and crap, what's his name?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, and I love Rose Byrne. She
Yep.
is hilarious. So, all right. So our fourth trailer, I think I got the name wrong. So, let's see, what's the fourth trailer? All right, Suicide Squad trailer. So, go ahead.
Oh my god, this trailer! I got so excited about this trailer. I did a trailer review, and it's. I'm more excited about this movie than this trailer got me more excited about this movie than Batman vs Superman. I loved this trailer. I liked how it synced Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody to certain scenes. That was I don't know. I love that part, and it looks like it's going to be a fun DC movie, which I think this new DC universe needs. A fun, a little over the top, kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you get to see
Like,
Joker. It looks awesome.
my God, Jared Leto's Joker looks so cool. Just the when he's laying down in the knives, the laugh, it's so much more like Mark Hamill Joker than anything else. Like I listened to something that said that it looks like this Joker actually enjoys what he does, and that's really cool. So
And Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Oh my gosh,
we're bad guys. That's what we do.
that's right.
So yeah, and then just the tagline, "Worst heroes ever," pretty perfect. So we still don't know much about the story yet, but David Ayer has really done no wrong in my eyes because I never saw Sabotage. So with Arnold, so but Fury was awesome and End of Watch was pretty good too. So he knows how to work with like bad characters, bad, like bad people. So
End of Watch was of the year when it came out, and
oh
I
really?
love Fury. So
Yeah, I loved Fury. It was in my top 10 of 2014. So yeah, I really, really like that movie. So all right, so that ends our second segment of movie trailers. Our third segment is called movie stories. We have 5 movie stories to talk about. So our first movie story, the one that breaks little everything anime punk's heart, Avatar 2 delayed. So what do you think about this?
it breaks my heart because it's because James Cameron takes 20 years to work on a movie. It drives me crazy, and I love the first Avatar. Everybody is always like, I know there's some diehard Avatar fans out there, but you never hear from them. I'm one of them people. I love Avatar, and I can't wait to see what his sequels are going to look like. And I understand them moving it away from Star Wars. That's clearly what's happened here, but
I don't know about that. I kind of just say that. Remember when we heard about when Batman v Superman, Captain America: Civil War was going to be released on the same weekend? That's pretty
yeah,
much what was going to happen. Or oh man, it's going to be like that. If that was going to happen, I was like, okay, that's not going to happen now. So maybe this will happen. No, that's it was like the day after. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But my gosh, I mean, I haven't seen Avatar, so I'm still waiting for the 3D to see in 3D because I believe that's the way you need to see the movie. So because it was made in 3D, so it's
it's the best
my
ever made.
and especially since it's probably going to be till 2019 before Avatar 2 ever comes out.
Probably, yeah, got it.
So it'll be like 10 years from the time the first one came out. So I think Avatar came out in 2009, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I don't like about the story. The fact that they said it's not coming out, but then they don't even give you a date. That makes me feel like it's at least getting pushed probably to the next summer. And I know they haven't even started filming. Every time you read about James Cameron, he says we're pretty much ready to go. We got the scripts done. We got the worlds created. We got everything ready to go. So pretty much they got filming to do, but they're going to film
James
them.
Cameron's James Cameron's pretty much becoming the George R. Martin of like Game of Thrones because he's just like, the books are coming, books are coming, James. Avatar's coming, guys. Don't worry, it's coming. And it's like, no, it's not. So we'll wait. All right, so since we just mentioned Star Wars Episode 8, we'll do that. Star Wars Episode 8 got pushed back from its initial release to December 2017. So your thoughts about that?
Well, the fanboy in me was like, dang it, because I really thought, hey, we're almost a year away from Episode 8. But if they need the extra time, if that's what this was about, I'm fine with it. And I kind of like a movie every year, and then maybe later on down the road we'll get 2 movies every year. They'll mix them in there into. As long as I don't want them to be like here in a couple months go, oh wait, the spinoff's not ready, so let's push that to May and then push Episode 8 to the next May. Then I'll start getting worried. But if we stick with the one movie a year in December, I'm fine with December being Star Wars month.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was because they weren't ready to release it in May. Part of it you have to realize look how much money it made. And the one I'm hearing from Episode 8, from Ryan Johnson. I mean, I love Ryan Johnson. Looper, great. Episodes he directed, Breaking Bad, awesome. He's just a great director, and apparently the script blew JJ away. So, and apparently Disney is going to let him do it. So it's pretty interesting to hear. And I'm fine waiting that much longer. It just means nothing screams more holiday if we're made in Star Wars. And plus, you also have to realize 3 weeks after Star Wars comes out, you have Guardians of the Galaxy, and the movie that took its place was, I believe, the new Pirates movie. And that probably feels more like a summer movie. than Star Wars does. So I don't know. So Disney doesn't really want to compete against itself, I guess.
Yeah. And that.
All right, our next story, and this is probably the big one. Han Solo actor shortlist. There are a bunch of names released for who's going to be the next Han Solo, so I'll list them off here, and we'll just go with a simple: you like this actor or do you not like him? So first off, Miles Taylor. Miles Taylor's Han Solo. Do you see it?
I like him, but I don't really like him as Han Solo.
Yeah, I don't think he has that. I don't think he has that charm to do it. So I don't know. I think he could do it. And plus, we're going for more for a younger Han Solo. So because I don't know if I want like 3 or 4 movies in a Han Solo movie, which is probably what they're going to do. I would like to see like maybe just a movie, but I'm sure he'll do 2 or 3. So, but I think he could do it. But I haven't seen him play the charming, like kind of roguish character. So because he's always been those like romantic movies. I mean, he was good in Whiplash as that more serious character actor, but I don't know. So, all right, so maybe on Miles Teller, the next actor, Ansel Elgort. I have no idea who this is, so I want to look him up real quick.
I'm thinking that's the guy from that movie where Shailene Woodley has cancer. Pretty sure that's who that is.
Oh, is it?
Yep. That's her love interest in that cancer movie. What was
I never saw that movie. So
something under the stars. A Fault in Our Stars. He's in
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know about that.
I don't really see him as Han Solo either. I've only seen him in the lovey-dovey movies. I don't know. He doesn't really feel like a Han Solo type guy.
He's got he
looks kind of like him, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of looks like him. Let's see what else has he been in. Nope. He's been in some stinkers. So of course, Harrison Ford was just George Lucas picked him up. So did you know that?
You breaking up for a second there.
Oh my bad, I was looking something up. Did you know that Harrison Ford was a carpenter before he was in American Graffiti? Yeah, he worked on like George Lucas's like house.
Huh.
And then he cast him in American Graffiti and then eventually Star Wars. All right, so I guess no on Ansel Elgort. Our next one is Dave Franco. Now, Dave Franco, I kind of can see it. This is probably one of the more hated ones, but he's got that charm. He's got that Han Solo charm. And I haven't seen Dave Franco do anything dramatic before. So,
nope. He's pretty much all his movies is comedies. I guess now you've seen.
But I think he's got talent. So, I mean, he was really good in Neighbors, and like when he's doing all the De Niro impressions, he could do it. So, I mean, out of all these people, he's probably the second. He's probably my second choice.
I don't know. I don't see it. It seemed weird.
For me, he's got that Han Solo charm. So we'll see, I guess. All right, so this next one, Jack Rayner. Who is this?
That's a good question. Let's see. You're gonna love this. He was the guy in Transformers: Age of Extinction. He was the race driver or whatever. That's pretty much the only thing he's been in.
Anything else?
Nope. On his IMDb, there's a bunch of movies I've never heard of.
Okay. Well, I mean, a paycheck's a paycheck, I guess. So he could be a talented actor for all we know.
Yep, could be.
But I'm just going to say no until I see anything else from him.
Me too.
So, all right. So
these are. It's a no for me. I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Our next choice is Scott Eastwood.
This is probably the one where I don't know. I've only seen him in that one Nicholas Sparks movie.
Well, that's a movie everyone loves.
He hasn't
He
been in
was
much.
he was in Fury.
Yeah, he was in
He was
Gran
in for
Torino.
he was pretty good in it. So I mean, you never know. He may have the Clint Eastwood. He's got the Clint Eastwood genetics. So
Yeah, I don't know.
I heard a story. He didn't go as his last name for a while. He went with his mother's maiden name. Call him like Scott. Um, I think Rayner or something, or so because he didn't want to live on his father's name. So
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. So maybe I don't know. So all right. So the one I think is the best actor of this list, and it's probably was my second choice overall before this list even came out, was Logan Lerman.
Logan Lerman.
He was Percy Jackson, and then he was in Fury as well. So I think he's out of all the actors in this list, I think he's the best actor.
Oh yeah, he was in Perks of Being a Wallflower. Noah. Yeah, I guess I could see it.
Mm-hmm. But probably I don't know. He could be good. And now the next one is Emery Cohen. I have no idea who this is either. So let's see. Cohen.
How do you spell his last name?
Chohen. Oh, I know who he is now.
Oh yeah, he was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, he was the main guy next to the girl, and he was really good in it. So he was the
Good.
Italian guy or whatever.
Yeah, you don't really look anything like him, but I guess that doesn't matter.
For me, it doesn't matter. I mean, Michael Fassbender didn't look like Steve Jobs, and he nailed the performance.
He's not even on the story I'm reading from Variety lists Miles Teller, Ansel Elgort, Dave Franco, Jack Rayner, Scott Eastwood, and Logan Lerman.
I got ones I read. There was the only other person was Blake Jenner. So, and then this guy. So I don't know. So
Blake Jenner. Glee.
yay.
This guy hasn't done anything either. Well, that's good.
Well, it's probably good to get an unknown actor to do it. So, I mean, the best case scenario is to get a DeLorean and pick up a young Harrison Ford and make him do these Star Wars Harrison Han Solo prequels. All right, let's move on. All right, our next one, DC did their kind of like special with Kevin Smith, and they brought in what was his name? Jeff Johns, who worked on many of the comic books. So all these DC movies we saw some footage from Wonder Woman. We heard some ideas from like the ones like Cyborg, which I think sounds really, really interesting. So, does anything stand out for you?
Well, I didn't watch the special, but I did watch the clips for everything. I'd say Cyborg sounded pretty cool. Wonder Woman. I'm very interested in Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. So,
but the Flash, I'm about halfway through the first season of Flash, and it's starting to get good. By the way, you're right.
I told you.
Better. But
it gets better as the show goes on. So
it's going to be weird getting all into this TV Flash and then getting a different movie Flash. But
I'm fine with it. I mean,
Aquaman. That was another thing.
Yeah. In the current season of Flash, they kind of introduced the multiverse, where in another Earth there could be another Flash. So it looks like they're trying to do multiverses. That maybe one day we can see a movie and television shows that reunite. So, oh,
There we go.
okay, I lost you for a second.
You were frozen, so I had to minimize it. Open back up.
Oh, okay.
I think it was just on my end though.
Yeah, because you just went blank for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the cyborg one sounds really interesting to me because just as the age we live in with, with all the computer stuff, it feels like when it was created, people were like, cyborg. And Cyborg was probably your least favorite Teen Titans from the original run. But now I think it's a show. I think it's a movie that could really work. So, and then the Wonder Woman footage. I think Wonder Woman. It's kind of like Captain America. I know you don't like the first Captain America movie, but I felt like if you're going to tell a Captain America movie, that's the way you do it. That's how you start it out. And doing a World War One, and I think if you set up because Wonder Woman's all about like Greek mythology, I think you introduce like a villain like Ares, the god of war, or you bring in Cersei. I think you have a potential for a really really cool movie.
Yeah, I mean, the first Captain America, it wasn't the time or anything that I didn't like about it. There was other things. So it is going to be interesting to get kind of an origin story for Wonder Woman set in her time period.
Thing is, if we like Wonder Woman from Batman v Superman, we're like, I like her, and then we see her in a movie, then we're gonna be like, whoa! So,
yep,
because she's like she's one of the best superheroes, strongest superhero. That's what supposedly said. All right, so our final movie news subject. I forgot to mention this to us before we got online, but this is more of a question more than a news story. Are Oscars too white?
no.
So we have to talk about this one. So all right, so take it away.
No. Just because I don't think so. Let's say, do we think that the NBA is too black? How about that? No.
Yes.
No. The players that are in the NBA are the best players, in my opinion. The players that got Oscar nominations were the best of that year.
I don't know. I mean, Eddie Redmayne. So this year for the Danish Girl, I don't know. I think I would kick him out.
Everything. We can't start judging.
I know
all these movies, and
but you do have to kind of agree though that the Oscar nomination crowd is.
I will agree with that. Yeah.
The 60-year-old man who don't watch everything. So I think what they're doing now with modernizing the Oscar nomination, because I do think Will Smith should have been nominated. So I would probably kick Eddie Redmayne or Bryan Cranston out of that spot. So
that they should probably get a more diverse voting block for the Oscars. But as far as going back, now and saying, oh, you know what, we're sorry, let's give Will Smith a nomination now because we didn't.
I mean, I'm not saying nominate him because he's black. I want the best people representative of the awards. Just because I don't care if you're white, black, or blue, as long as you give me a good performance, I don't care what you look like. So, but it was a subject we probably should talk about. So, all right. So our next topic is classic movie reviews. This is a segment where we will go back in time, talk about a movie that one of us hasn't seen or we've seen, but we just want to talk about it. So this month, Animepunk is to choose his movie. So Animepunk, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Wanted. This movie came out in 2008. I, of course, gave it a 5 out of 5. And when I found out that you hadn't heard of it, I was blown away. Is it the most perfect movie ever? In my opinion, yes. But it's action-packed. It has such a cool story. It's rated R, so I just love times and I find that hilarious, and I remember that James McAvoy and Angelina Jolie are really cool. The parts where a lot of people kind of fade off from this movie is the end where the loom of fate, and you know they don't people don't like that part, but I just think it's a great movie. I haven't watched it in a while. I was going to rewatch it before this, but I forgot. So, who knows if it holds up as much as I probably haven't seen it in 2 or 3 years, but I love this movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I watched it. I wasn't that crazy about it. So, kind of James McAvoy reminds me of Edward Norton Fight Club because he can't he's so messed up in the head, and then also kind of remind me a bit of Kick Ass. So, kind of if you mix Fight Club with Kick Ass, that's what you get out of one. It. So, I thought James McAvoy was good in it. Angelina Jolie, she was good. So, I mean, I'm not the biggest Angelina Jolie fan per se, but I thought she was pretty good in this movie. The action scenes were pretty cool, but it was pretty much a generic story if we're really going to cut off. He's like, oh no, James McAvoy killed his father, and he's like, now he has to kick out this organization. So pretty generic story right there. But the whole stuff about curving the bullets, I didn't really understand that. I mean, I didn't really understand their powers, to be perfectly honest. So, I mean, are they metal benders? I just thought they could see stuff, like inside stuff. I didn't really understand why they could curve bullets, but okay, whatever.
Pretty sure if you think really hard, you can curve bullets. That's the way I understood it.
That made no sense to me. So, I mean, I could get because they kind of like the forces, so they can kind of see something coming. But I guess they're Jedi. I guess they're just Jedi assassins or whatever. So if I was going to rate the movie, I would probably give it a B minus. So I liked it. It wasn't a movie I'm going to rewatch ever again. So, but if it was on cable, I would maybe watch it. So I'll give something.
I'm looking at the Rotten Tomatoes for it. It has a 72%, which is pretty good. But the top review here is one, it is too bloody, too over the top, too silly, and too special effects driven. Sounds like checks all for me. So,
well, I mean, if you look at it, 2008 was the year The Dark Knight came out. I'm pretty sure this is the year. This is a comic book, I believe. So
yes, it is. It's the same. I think it's the same guy that did like Kick-Ass, stuff like that. But anyways, do you know the movie that we're going to watch next month? Because we could go ahead and say it.
All right. So the movie I am forcing Animepunk to watch. This is a movie he should watch years ago. He's a huge science fiction fan. This genre he loves. You're watching Back to the Future.
All right.
So
something horrible. I could do that. Just the first one?
Yeah, I haven't seen the others. So.
Okay.
So by the end of February, we'll be back and we'll be talking about Back to the Future. All right, so that ends our movie review segment. And now let's end the show by talking about the upcoming movies in February. Now, January was not as bad as I had thought because usually January is the toilet bowl of movie season. And it wasn't as bad as I believed. And I don't think February will be as bad as January was either. So, Animepunk, let's off a movie and we'll just shoot them off. So.
Okay. Let's go week by week. The first week.
Okay.
We got. I'll list off Hail Caesar and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies are the two movies I was looking forward to in the first week.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm mainly looking forward to Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I don't know what it is. I don't have much interest in Hail Caesar. I may go see it. Who knows? But the zombie Pride and Prejudice, I'm getting ready. I think either tonight or tomorrow I'm going to go back and watch just Pride and Prejudice because I think I've seen it, but I'm not sure.
I've never seen it. Does it Keira Knightley in it? I saw it on Netflix. So
they won Oscars for this movie, and it has a really high rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So I thought, hey, I'll watch this because I have never read the book and I've never read the zombie book either. So
well, you don't read, so
yeah, I'll just go watch the movie and I'll watch this new zombie version of the movie, and hopefully we don't get another Abraham Lincoln vampire hunter here. That
That
movie is
movie's so much. It's so bad, but it's so much fun at the same time. So, it's the star. You got Charles Dance. You got Cersei Lannister for Game of Thrones, but you also got Matt Smith, who was in Doctor Who. But the main actress, Lily James, because she was in Cinderella. She played Cinderella, and she was really one of the big standout stars of last year. So, and she's just really talented. I don't know if this is gonna be good for her career or not, but it looks like it's just gonna be a lot of fun. Now, Hell Caesar, I'm looking forward to because the Coen brothers are probably like one of the most famous directing, like writing brothers. I mean, they directed movies like Fargo, The Big Lebowski, some other movies like that. So I probably because I kind of want to watch Fargo so I can watch the TV show because I've heard the TV show is really good. But Hell Caesar looks interesting. It's got Channing Tatum. It's got crap, what's his name? George Clooney, Jonah Hill. It's got such a good casting. It could be a big bomb since it's coming out in February, but it could be really good as well.
so I'm looking through the Coen brother movies here, and I've only seen two. I've seen True Grit, the 2010 remake of that one.
Yeah, I never saw it, so
I really like that, and I've seen Oh Brother Where Art Thou, which was okay. I think it's overrated.
Yeah, I
And all
never
these
seen
other movies I haven't seen. Probably I haven't seen Big Lebowski. I haven't seen Fargo. No Country for Old Men. Never watched that. So
Yeah, I own it on Blu-ray, so because it came with Gone Baby Gone, so
they're kind of weirdos. It seems like so.
I mean they wrote the Bridge of Spies movie that came out last year, which I really liked. So I don't know. It looks like it could be really. It looks like it could be a really cool movie. So all right. So what comes out next weekend? The weekend of February.
Well,
Yeah.
February 12th, we get pretty much probably everybody's most anticipated movie of February, Deadpool. I mean,
Oh my gosh, this looks awesome! I can't wait. I think the marketing campaign is probably gonna let us down just for the movies, but I think this looks like so much fun. I've heard some good things already about it. So
yeah,
apparently, the creator of the comic says it's what he envisioned from the comics. So that's really good to hear.
I think it's gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna be super good, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, they've screened it for some people, like a surprise screening, and apparently they just went out of their minds over it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's good to hear.
I
The
mean,
other two that
it's
week,
starting out the superhero craze of 2016.
yeah.
So
The other two movies that week, Zoolander 2 and How to Be Single. Neither of these I'm really that excited about. I don't really like the first Zoolander. I guess I need to go back and watch it again. And How to Be
I need to
Single,
watch it for the first time. So, and How to Be Single. What I said from when I first saw the first trailer, I said it looks like that awkward moment for chicks. So,
yeah, it definitely looks like a chick flick, maybe a hard. I think it's R. So maybe like a
it looks like an R.
yeah,
So,
vulgar chick flick. I mean, I like Rebel Wilson, and I hope that Dakota Johnson chick from 50 Shades, gosh, I hope she can do something better than that movie. So
I heard she was good in the movie. She was
she
like,
was the
I heard
only
she's.
thing good in that
Well, I
movie.
heard she was the only thing worth watching the movie for. So,
Also, what's her name from Brie Larson? No, not Brie Larson. How to Be Single cast. Allison Brie, that's who I'm thinking of, is also in it, which I really like.
who's that?
She was in that college show on NBC. It was like Community. That's what it
I
was.
think I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I think I've seen her in a movie or something. But okay.
Yeah.
All
She's
right.
sleeping with other people with Jason Sudeikis. That was another movie she's been in.
Okay. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'll probably go see it. But all right, next weekend.
The 19th, I mean, you got anything on the 19th? Because it looked like nothing.
I don't have a list out because I just made a few movies. I just picked a few movies from February.
According
Let's
to
see.
IMDb, Race, you said something about that movie.
Okay, Race this is a interesting movie to do because I'll basically get the story out there. It's about Jesse Owens, which I learned in my sports history class my last semester in college. What it's about is Jesse Owens was a track and field athlete in college, and this is back in the 30s. So back then, black athletes didn't get much credit for anything. And someone asks him if he wanted to do the Olympics, and the Olympics this year was held in Nazi Germany. So you have a really good potential for a really cool movie. My problem was the trailer didn't really sell me on the movie, so we'll find out. But this could be a really cool, interesting biopic, kind of like what 42 was.
Yeah, I saw that. This is the first time I heard that. I don't know. Didn't really do anything for me, but. All right, let's go. The last weekend of February, we get Gods of Egypt and 999. Both look pretty cool to me. I mean, Gods of Egypt is from Alex Proyas, the director of I, Robot and The Crow and something else really cool that I like. He's a really good director, and it looks like, silly fun.
Yeah, when Gerard Butler yells, it just reminds me of 300. He's like, "We'll take their lives," and then you have Jamie Lannister in it. This looks so ridiculous. It's probably gonna be so much fun you can't handle. So.
Oh gosh. Apparently he directed Knowing as well, which is a horrible movie.
Oh God, Nicolas Cage. Oh man, that was a horrible movie.
Yeah. But he doesn't do movies very often. Like that was his last movie in 2009 was Knowing.
For a good reason. Like, I think I'm good now.
In 2006 or 2004 he did I, Robot, and then he did The Crow in 1994. So he's one of them directors that he's a James Cameron type director where he just does one film every.
I don't know. He has a more consistent batting average than James Cameron. It was James Cameron's only done like 5 movies, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know about the quality, but it just takes him a long time, I guess, before he decides he wants to direct.
Yeah. All right, and then 999. This is a movie I'm really looking forward to, and it's probably right next up to Deadpool, probably for me, because you have a great cast. You have Casey Affleck, you got Anthony Mackie, you got Daryl from Walking Dead, you got some other actors. It just looks like a really cool movie. So.
Yep, I don't know a whole lot about it. I remember the trailer being really cool. It looks like a gritty.
Kind of reminds me of The Departed. So, because I think like Casey Affleck's like a corrupt police officer, and Anthony Mackie's like a rookie trying to prove himself. So it looks interesting. And then the one movie you forgot to mention was Eddie the Eagle.
Oh yeah.
So Eddie the Eagle is starring Taron Egerton from Kingsman, and he's like a snowboarding guy or something, where they do like the things where you do like the jumps and you land or something.
Snow jumping.
Yeah, snow jumping or something. So, and it's got Hugh Jackman in it. And it looks like I saw a trailer for it just the other day in the theater. So I was like, what the hell is this? And I was like, this kind of looks interesting. So we'll see. I like a good sports movie.
I don't know. I wasn't blown away. I think Akia said she wanted to see it when we
it's
saw
a Disney
it.
movie, so I'm pretty sure it's Disney. So, but for me, it was just Taron Egerton. I figured he would just be the Kingsman guy again, and kind of just from the trailer, kind of blew me away from the, doing something different. So,
all right.
So that ends our January movie recap show. Did you like this? Comment below in the comment section. Tell us, did you like it? Do you never want to do it again? Whatever it is, comment below. For more exciting videos from both of us, go to his channel at
youtube.com/animepunk2103
and subscribe here on DarthEasy's channel, movie reviews, TV, video game, anime, and book reviews from occasion. So until the next time we see you, all too easy.
Peace out.